Gosh, dang it. 20XX is fully out now, and I've crashed it.
Perfect.
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 Get out of here, 20XX. You're bothering me. All right, I've updated the stream. We're going to go over to OBS here. You know what? We'll just get a little bit of this behind-the-scenes work done here. It's not really behind-the-scenes when we do it, you know, while streaming.
Yeah.
But we'll change that to 20XX.
Anonymous says,
Anonymous.
most companies have yearly safety reviews and drills.
Okay.
What is an RLM safety meeting like? Do you have Max Landis drills?
Like
No.
in case of Max Landis? No.
What are you doing?
There. I was moving the 20XX.
Oh,
into
never mind,
place.
that makes sense.
I was doing
Did we change it in Chatty?
Yeah, I changed it in
good,
Chatty,
good,
and I
good.
updated it in Chatty. Okay.
The William Meister says... Oh, wait, there's a thing on the screen on the way. There we go. This tip money is to support Christopher Nolan's Batman the Animated Series.
There you go.
You two are a blessing on this earth.
We'll do, you know, like, should the stream be we just redo an entire episode, or we find good clips?
Find good clips.
Okay.
Good clips.
Oh, you guys can't see the new intro. Sorry.
Why not?
Because I didn't change it. I didn't change this yet.
Oh, okay, okay. Let me restart the game so they can see the new intro. GameChild UK says, do a review or commentary track of Batman 89. While The Dark Knight is my #1 Batman film and #1 comic book film, Batman 89 is a close second. In a minority that liked Batman Forever a lot, loved the visuals. I don't have enough to say about Batman 89. I don't like it that much.
You know, I mean, at the time it was great.
Oh, sure.
I'm sure it hasn't aged very well.
I don't think so. Especially the costume. Costume looks so laughable.
Where he couldn't move his neck.
Oh, at the time I hated that, but now it just looks cheap too.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, they didn't know what they were doing.
Like you can see where it's the rubber doesn't touch the face right. It's like bending.
Right? Right? Yeah, like word around the block was before Batman Begins, there's an argument to be made that Batman Forever, the Val Kilmer one,
Yeah.
was the best Batman story.
Okay.
Because that just had to do with him struggling whether he wanted to be Bruce Wayne or Batman. And, you know, at the end of it is, I am both. It was poorly written, but it was the most complete Batman story. Which is a fair assessment. You know what? I haven't seen those Burton Batmans in a very long time.
It's only a few months ago that I watched Batman 89 while I was working on something in the studio.
Okay.
And to be fair, I was like half paying attention to it, but when I was paying attention, I was critical. I was like, oh,
Sure.
okay. Yeah.
Oh, look at this. They have a little tutorial section now.
I never liked Jack Nicholson as the Joker. Like, never.
Oh, yeah?
Because it's Jack Nicholson. It's not the Joker, it's Jack Nicholson. That's Jack Nicholson.
Well, yeah. Oh, look at this little tutorial now.
Well, Jack's always been kind of crazy. Yes, but I can't look at that character and not say, yep, that's Jack Nicholson.
Yeah, it works.
Pretty strong personality, that Jack Nicholson.
Sure. Nope. Forgetting mostly how to play this game, so actually this tutorial is incredibly helpful.
Do you have that problem with other Nicholson roles? In other Nicholson roles, he's not playing an iconic character like the Joker. Jack Torrance in The Shining. That's Jack Nicholson. But that's fine. It's The Shining.
All right. There's like a chest up there that I really want. I don't even know. How about that? How about that?
Like, I might put Jack Nicholson's The Joker in 4th place.
As far as Jokers are concerned?
As far as Jokers are Hamill, Ledger, Cesar Romero, and Jack Nicholson.
And I...
Say what you want about Cesar Romero and the Can't Be 60 show.
Yeah.
He captured the Joker of that time perfectly.
I guess my only counter argument was I believe that Nicholson's Joker was the intended Joker. That was the vision, is the gangster Joker.
Okay.
And so, like, to me, that's a horse apiece with him and Cesar Romero. It's like they're both doing the intended bit, you know?
Cesar Romero refused to shave his mustache. He still nailed the performance. If you're doing a version of, like, the 50s and 60s comic book Joker, he nailed it.
Hmm.
Jack Nicholson's Joker was Jack Nicholson with some Joker makeup on his face.
Yeah, but it worked. I'm defending Jack Nicholson's Joker.
A little bit more laughter.
I'm defending Jack Nicholson's Joker. I think it's fine. It's a fine Joker.
Guessing Rich wouldn't even rank the new Joker. To be fair, I haven't watched Suicide Squad. I'm not at all interested.
Oh, yeah.
From what little I know, I'm sure it would end up being dead last.
Oh, I mean, that's over like the weirder like there's a TV show that I watched with my kids called The Batman. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
The cartoon The Batman that has like the Joker that's all steroided up and a like a karate monster.
Yeah.
Like Jared Leto's Joker goes underneath the steroided up karate monster Joker. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, it's awful. What?
Texas Panhandler says, have you seen the animated Dark Knight Returns film? Peter Weller voiced Batman and did a great job. I thought on the whole it was a great adaptation. You might enjoy it. I have not seen it, and I might enjoy it. I don't know that I need to see it.
No, probably not.
Zoinko says, did you guys watch Kevin Conroy doing the Dark Knight speech? There's a link. I feel like Christian Bale covered up okay dialogue. I have not seen that, and I might take a look at that when we're not streaming. I have no doubt he probably nailed it, though.
Because he's Kevin Conroy?
Because he's Kevin Conroy. He is the Batman.
Batman knows how to Batman.
Yes.
Fuck. Oh, fuck.
Have you seen Under the Red Hood? John DiMaggio does a different but amazing Joker. I have not seen it.
John DiMaggio's Joker, huh?
Yep. In one of the straight-to-DVD movies.
He could probably do an interesting Joker.
I can see it being too gruff.
Yeah. Yeah, but like he can hold back a little bit. I'd probably like to. Nope.
There's someone just trying to troll.
Uh,
Cesar Romero and Leto were amazing. Heath Ledger just came off as trying too hard. That's some second-class attempt at trolling right there.
Wow, you're not even trying to like hide it. You're not even trying to be clever about it. Just like,
I can see the hook coming out of the worm.
I'll just say something that's so patently wrong just to try to get a rise out of them.
Ever heard Tim Curry's Joker? I've heard of it. I have not heard it.
Can we hear it? Is it floating around somewhere?
You know the story behind this, right?
Of course. You tell people who don't know.
For anybody who doesn't know, originally Mark Hamill was not the Joker in Batman the Animated Series. Originally, it was Tim Curry. He actually got the role. He recorded like a number of episodes were like fully done with Tim Curry. And then they decided that he was too fucking scary for a children's TV show.
Yes.
And they got Mark Hamill to do it instead.
Because that is absolutely true. Tim Curry has an amazingly terrible voice.
Right.
A horrifying voice.
I've seen somebody take Pennywise dialogue and, like, paste it over footage of the animated Joker.
Okay.
But it's not the same thing as the actual job he did as the Joker.
Right. I wonder if that exists anywhere.
That'd be a great DVD extra if they were smart, if they still have it.
Right.
I'd imagine they still have it.
I don't know. I would love to hear that. Oh, right. Oh, I forgot about, you know what? I forgot about ceiling magnet tiles.
Alright, where'd I leave off here? Nice guy Eddie57 says, just want to say thanks for all the great entertainment. Doesn't matter what game or movie it is, as long as it's you guys. As a side note, when is the next Neil Breen movie? I don't know. I would like it to be sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
I can tell you for 100% sure it's not going to be the next episode of Best of the Worst. That is going to be a very special spotlight episode.
Oh.
I think that's finally almost done.
That's filmed already. That was filmed a while ago, yeah.
Well, we didn't want to air two spotlights too close together because then we're going to get the flood of comments. Is this replay thing? I missed it when you did 3 movies in an episode. Why don't you do that anymore? So we didn't want to air those too close to each other.
Sure. That's fair. That's fair. Yay. Yeah. Oh, I'm excited for that spotlight. I'm excited for people to learn what that spotlight episode is, because holy man, there's something.
Some things I'm mildly worried about that I will talk about off stream.
With that episode?
Not that episode itself, but something involving one of the people who we talk about.
Ooh.
I'm a little bit worried about something.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Interesting. Oh, I'm excited. You guys should be excited, by the way. You guys should be excited about what's going to happen. I'll give this guy a try. Tell us. We can't tell you because we already tried to give you guys a little secret. And what happened? What happened? Some jerk ruined it for everybody, right? I know that wasn't everyone in chat, but someone ruined it. We can't trust you guys anymore.
Comixian120 says, "Hey Jack.
Hi.
Next time you play PUBG,
Yeah.
Please consider me as a buddy.
Okay.
I may have failed Rich in F13, but after a few days in PUBG, I am holding my own very well.
Okay.
My stream ID is Kamixian120. I sent you a request.
Okay, Kamixian, I'm in the middle of overhauling my friends, which is shit. Just something that.
Which is shit.
Which is shit.
Your friends? Are you saying all your friends on Steam are just they're shit?
Which is something that Rich and I have to do occasionally because we have so many friends. They're shit, Rich. They're all shit. All of them. God damn it.
Sir Dunk Thof Whale.
Wow. What?
That's what it sounds. That's what it looks like to me.
Great.
Am I way off in thinking The Long Halloween is the greatest Batman story ever? I love that it's a properly detective-y Batman using his wits and cunning to catch a clever, non-superpowered villain.
What's The Long Halloween?
The holiday killer who kills somebody on every holiday, and it was 12 issues long. There was a holiday every month where somebody died.
Oh, okay.
I remember the big reveal and being kind of like, eh. So I don't know that I'd say it's the greatest. It's a fine Batman tale, and it does kind of emphasize the detective-y bits.
All right. You know what? I don't know if I ever read that one. I'll give that one a read.
It's one of the famous ones.
Oh. It's one of the famous ones. What? Fuck. Nope. You're one of the famous ones, Rich.
Yes, because I'm not saying The Long Halloween is the greatest thing ever. That means I hate it. That is correct.
You guys know how it works.
Yes.
That's how it works.
DC Cantel says, money toward Chris Nolan's Batman the Animated Mockery. Even with minimal effort, it will be better than the animated Killing Joke.
Oh, God. Oh, God, the Killing Joke.
Game Challenge UK says, with Nicholson Joker, we got to see the Joker before he turned Joker. The Joker is a mobster. Not every film has to be like that, but Leto Joker sucks. Nicholson Joker had #1 costume, Ledger #1 personality.
Ooh, you know what?
Well, that costume, that's important.
But I did like it. I know you're joking, but I did like it. I know you're a jokester. Look at this enemy.
We got to see the Joker before he turned Joker. Yeah, where he was just Jack Nicholson. He was just Jack Nicholson. The most interesting origin story of the Joker, he wasn't a mobster beforehand. He was just some schmuck.
Right. Also, it's super cheap that he was, spoiler alert for 89 Batman, that it's super cheap that he was the one that killed the Waynes.
Now he's still a gangster. He's just a gangster with a white face.
Yep.
All right.
Oh, and
I guess that's interesting.
He might have been the one that turned Batman into Batman. Yeah, that's super lame. Super lame. Let's be real about how lame the Joker killing the Waynes is.
He was a criminal, and then he fell in chemicals, and now he's a criminal.
Right.
That's his origin. He was just a criminal to begin with. But now he's still a criminal.
He's still a criminal, right.
Riveting.
Now he's still a criminal, but Rich, but he has a purple suit. Where does the Joker kill the Waynes? In 89 Batman, it's the Joker that kills the Waynes. It's implied. It's heavily implied. No, it's not just implied. They have a conversation about it.
They have a flashback involved with it too, don't they?
Yeah. No, and then later, when Batman and the Joker are facing off in the bell tower, they have a talk about, oh, I created you, you created me. Yeah, no. So at first I thought it was just heavily implied, but no. The Joker straight up killed the Waynes in Batman 89.
Yeah.
Which is the lamest. Which is the lamest.
It's less interesting than just random criminal.
Right.
Because it's representative of Batman's war on crime as a whole.
What Rich said.
I don't even think it should be revealed as, like, you know, Joe Chill traditionally is who killed the parents, the name of the random criminal.
Did they?
It should be a number of times in a number of continuities.
Oh, well, there you go.
But if it's just like that unsolved mystery, that makes it more powerful.
Right.
It's like the one case he couldn't solve.
And that's what sets him off on his journey. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Crime in general, not one specific dude. Crime in general.
And this is bad how. It made the hero's journey more personal instead of random thug.
Well,
Did we just explain this?
Well, we were,
But yeah,
they
I know,
probably typed
delayed.
that beforehand. Because that's the thing, like, Batman doesn't have an arc where he's now comfortable and doesn't want to be Batman anymore. That's boring. like that's not how comics and superheroes work. Is that there's one thing that sets them on their path to herodom, and because it's this specific Joker thing, when Batman takes care of Joker, that almost is a conclusion to his story. A gangster killed my parents and turned me into the Batman. I have now brought that killer to justice. I guess I don't need to be Batman anymore.
I may as well. You know, I'm doing it already.
I guess I could help someone else. I don't know.
Yeah, it is not a vendetta against this specific criminal. It is a vendetta against the whole idea of random acts of crime and violence.
Right. Like you know, if you want to compare origin stories, you look at Spider-Man's origin, right? Spider-Man's origin, his drive, Spider-Man's drive isn't about stopping criminals. It's about his own inactivity.
Yeah.
He was inactive once and it hurt someone, and so
he can't ever let that happen again.
He can't ever be inactive again. And so it's this general, like, I was lazy once and shit happened. So now I got that drive. And so with Batman, it's a general criminals are bad, which obviously which is obvious, but yeah, you can't make that a specific person.
And you can get some pathos out of I'll never know who did it.
Yeah.
You can milk that for drama.
Yeah. Absolutely. Oh shit. Just suck at 20XX now. That's fine.
So yeah, huge proponent of faceless thug who killed the Waynes.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I think that's how it should be. I think that's how it should be. And so you look at 89 Batman in different lights when you're a little bit older and, you know, seen a couple more movies, but I am still going to defend Nicholson's Joker as a good Joker.
I don't hate it.
Yeah.
It doesn't do much for me.
Sure.
It's Jack Nicholson in Joker makeup.
Yeah, and I don't disagree with that. I guess I just don't see it as that much of a negative.
And Jack Nicholson is a fine actor.
Yeah.
But he overshadows the character to some extent.
Absolutely. Tom Hanks is the Joker. Nah, that's not. I mean, Tom Hanks is... Jack Nicholson is more of a character than Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks is an everyman, goddammit.
All right, I'm going to throw this out there.
You're going to throw this out there?
This is period appropriate. It could have been. The thing that could have been.
Okay.
Tom Hanks Riddler.
A Tom Hanks
Riddler.
Shit just got real. Hold on. Hold on, everyone. What was Hanks doing in 89?
Joe versus the Volcano? Actually, that was a little bit before Joe versus the Volcano, wasn't it?
So
we're still like Turner and Hooch. Tom Hanks is still a comedian.
So we're still in comedy,
yes.
Skinny little Tom Hanks as the Riddler. Ooh. Ooh. That might be great. That might be great.
Yeah, I know.
This is like what was the Money Pit? The Money Pit Tom Hanks. Like, remember that when he goes a little crazy at the end of Money Pit?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's his Riddler performance.
I'm throwing it out there. That's all I'm doing.
I like it. And I officially approve of Riddler Tom Hanks.
It's less of a complete joke than the Jim Carrey Riddler.
Right. Oh, poor Jim Carrey Riddler.
Not awful, but he's a cartoon character. But he's always a cartoon character.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that was just a little bit of like stunt casting gone wrong. Right?
AKA Jim Carrey being Jim Carrey in tights. Yes!
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 Yeah!
That's the way they casted those old 80s Batman movies.
And, you know, like, by the way, I think...
Early 90s by that point.
I can't say I would have made a different call, right? Like, it makes...
He was super popular at the time.
He was
Jim
super
Carrey,
popular
yeah.
at the time, and then you go, well, the Riddler, he's this big over-the-top... Okay! I think on paper, it makes a ton of sense. But...
The box office wise, it was like the best one.
Oh, yeah?
So even on paper, it worked. Even off paper, it worked.
Sure. One of these days, I think I need a Batman movie marathon where I just watch all of the older Batman movies because it's been so long since I've seen them. Just now, as an adult, how do they hold up? That's the question.
No, the only one I watched recently was 89.
Right.
So,
well, that's, you know, like, I'm curious. I'm curious as to how they would hold up. Oh, fuck you. All of them. Even Kilmer, even Clooney. Fuck, man, Clooney's... Oh, that movie's gotta suck hard. Batman and Robin. I remember it sucking hard at the time. Schwarzenegger. Speaking of stunt casting gone wrong.
Yeah.
Schwarzenegger and Alicia Silverstone and
was that? Here's my question.
Yeah.
Was that made before Mr. Freeze appeared in Batman the Animated? It had to have been after.
Oh, it had to have been.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Then they are definitely idiots. Because before Batman the Animated Series, Mr. Freeze was just kind of a generic. I am the Freeze villain. Yar.
I thought it was even like Captain Cold before then. Like it wasn't even Mr. Freeze.
No, that was Mr. Freeze. I think there was also a Captain Cold. Captain Cold was a Flash villain.
Okay, so also DC writers, get your shit together. You can't have two cold villains like that.
Sure they could. They did.
Oh, you know what, Rich? Touche. Captain Cold. Ay. I don't know, boss. We already got one freezy enemy. Can we really have two? Shut up.
Cub907 says, Jack and Rich,
Yo.
have you ever read the Alien Predator or Alien vs. Predator comics? If not, would definitely recommend them. The only one I've read was the original Alien vs. Predator. I thought it was pretty decent. Any of them ever? No? Okay.
I did not. I read Predator versus Batman comic book.
I actually really like Predator vs. Batman.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I liked it the first time I read it, and then I read it again, and I was supremely disappointed.
Well, I haven't read it since I was a kid, so
Right.
it might not have aged, but...
I don't think it's aged terribly well. But I remember the first time I read it being like, this is awesome.
That was the first time I ever saw Batman got his ass kicked quite like that.
Yep. Yep. Nope. Yeah, I don't think it holds up well, but I read that one. Predator versus Batman. Nice.
Patrick Stewart was supposed to be Freeze, and Arnie was supposed to be Bane. Bane didn't have enough of a role in that movie to bother with Arnie. Bane should just not have been in it.
Do you remember Bane in that movie?
Yeah.
The big dumb monster?
Yeah.
Yeah. Bane.
Completely missing the point.
Completely missing the point.
Patrick Stewart is Mr. Freeze. Thoughts? Not with that script. Not with that script.
Right? But if we're going to take like the two-parter Mr. Freeze episode from Batman the Animated Series and just make it live action, absolutely.
And I gotta say, if you're suggesting Patrick Stewart, at this point you're just suggesting people who are bald. Which you can shave anyone's head.
You know who would make a good Mr. Freeze?
Who?
All seriousness, like you're doing the animated series version of Mr. Freeze, obviously.
Yeah.
Is Tom Hardy.
Yeah, but he can do a lot of things.
He can do
a lot of
I'm saying he's a good actor. But I could, like he has that perfect voice for like cold and calculated and like with a little hint of emotion. Like his think of his Mad Max performance as Mr. Freeze. I think Tom Hardy can. Well, that doesn't mean it doesn't count just because he's a fine actor who can do anything. I didn't mean it to be mind-blowing. He's a good actor. And I'd like to see him as Mr. Freeze.
Someone who would do just cold, just...
Yeah.
Not like emotionally cold, just kind of... What's the word I'm looking for? Deadpan? Not deadpan. Not quite monotone, but...
Well, like, you need that. You need, like, a monotone with a hint of
bitterness.
Feeling. Yeah. With, like...
Monotone with bitterness.
And it needs to be cold and calculating with...
Yeah.
But with feeling hidden underneath, right?
Right. Right. It's a lot to ask for.
It is a lot to ask for, absolutely. Fuck. Oh.
Mark Leonard from the original series. Ooh, Sarek. The original guy who played Sarek. Okay. Yeah, no, not a bad choice. Not a bad choice at all. At that time, he still could have pulled it off. I think. Maybe not. He's starting a little bit old by then. when I'm trying to think of when that particular Batman movie came out.
Oh, I don't know.
I know he appeared on TNG.
Okay.
I don't remember how old he was at that time.
Oh, they've added a little friend.
Marlon Brando as Killer Croc. No, if you're going with the Tim Burton, Joel Schumacher era, Killer Croc would have been Sylvester Stallone.
Well, in Shoemaker, yeah.
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 Yeah. It totally would have been Sylvester Stallone.
For Shoemaker, absolutely.
I'm a crocodile.
Hey. What? Feel like I just swim in the water.
You need big name. That's the thing. Big name. Stunt
casting. Okay, if we could pluck an actor out of the space-time continuum and plop him down.
Yeah.
Yes, like young Brando, like Streetcar Named Desire Brando.
For Killer Croc?
Could pull off a Killer Croc.
Okay, but that's not stunt casting.
No. I'm agreeing with you. Like I'm agreeing with everybody, and just like Brando could have made a really interesting Killer Croc, but like it would have to be black and white era Brando, because anything beyond that, he's not physically fit enough for it. Okay.
Bruce Campbell as Clayface. Here's the thing, not popular enough at the time. Those movies recipes was the biggest name they could find.
Right.
and shoved them in a role. I thought, hey, he seems kind of like that character.
Exactly, yeah. No, well,
Penguin's a little fat guy. Danny DeVito's a huge name. He's a little fat guy.
Ooh, I don't know. That was just good casting.
Jim Carrey, he's a goofball. Riddler's a goofball. There you go.
DeVito wasn't... Well, I guess he was a big name. But he made it. DeVito made it. Bruce Campbell would work... You know, back in the day, Bruce Campbell would work as Clayface. Like the vain actor who gets pushed too far.
Sure.
Yeah.
But those movies only hired megastars.
Right. Because of the popularity of 89 Batman.
Yeah.
Oh, we had a huge name villain. Now we need huge name villains. Yeah. Thanks to Marvel, we reset that a little bit. Marvel started hiring mid to low to no tier actors to be in their movies.
Bryan Cranston is Mr. Freeze. Yeah. Heisenberg?
Yeah, well, no,
Yeah.
I know. I'm
Yeah.
I'm taking a moment and listening to Bryan Cranston. Yeah, that's not bad casting.
Kevin Spacey is the Riddler. Not goofy enough. Those movies are over the top.
If Nolan was doing a Riddler,
Nolan would cast Kevin Spacey as the Riddler.
see, now you have to go which director? Are you
And
going
it
for the
would be-
realistic?
It would be
Riddler?
smart.
Yeah.
That would just be good casting.
Yeah, Spacey Riddler would be great. Good job, chat. Good job. That's it. Spacey Riddler.
The Riddler wasn't goofy until Jim Carrey? No. False. False.
Chat. You have had to have, if we're going to have a Batman conversation, you have at least had to see a couple episodes of the Adam West Batman show. Just enough to know that everything was silly, and the old comic books. Come on, I need to take a slight bathroom break.
Okay.
Rich, if you want to play, that's fine. If you want to just reach out, I'll be back in just a moment.
Invisible Strings says, what's your favorite cult? I just watched a documentary about Scientology. It was morbidly fascinating. Have any cults caught your attention? No specific cult has caught my attention. Also, we need to figure out some definition here. Like, what's the difference between a cult and a religion? I mean, just the number of believers, really. I mean, Scientologists will tell you they're a religion, but they're a cult. But I can't call Scientology a cult and just leave Christianity off the hook. Jonestown? Oh god, Jonestown is just creepy. Nobody likes thinking about Jonestown. There have been several great documentaries about Jonestown, and I can't think of what they're called. One's called what? The People's Church? Something Jonestown? Oh god damn it. But there's like 2 or 3 really good Jonestown documentaries. Jonestown is the one where they left the United States and they formed a little colony in or was it Zaire? Somewhere in Africa. And some of the families of the people in this cult were worried about them. So a U.S. senator actually went down there to just check out Jonestown. And, a lot of the media went down with him. And when they were about to leave, the guy in charge of Jonestown, Jim Jones, sent people out to shoot the U.S. senator and a good chunk of the news crew. There's some really creepy footage of this guy holding a... You don't see the guy holding... This guy holding a camera, and the people show up with the guns, and you just see him fall over, and you know what happened. And it's really dark. And then after that, he kind of knew it was over, that the army was going to storm in or something, because he just murdered a senator. So he has the whole cult drink cyanide-laced Kool-Aid. Kids and all. They forced it down children's throats. Jonestown is not pleasant. It was South America, not Africa? All right, well, I'm sorry. I got it wrong. I don't get everything right. Where are we at? The William Meister says, after this whole Joker-Batman ranking conversation, and myself having rewatched Manhunter last night, are there any underrated portrayals of iconic characters? Off the top of my head, I can't think of any, but I'm not going to say they don't exist. GameChild UK says, what DC villain you want in a film that we haven't seen? I want Gorilla Grodd and Man-Bat. Any thoughts on the film Wanted with James McAvoy? I saw again recently, meh. Chris Pratt is in it before stardom. I don't have any strong thoughts on DC villains I need to see in the big screen. Do you have any you need to see in the big screen?
I need to see? I mean, I do have a soft spot for Clayface. I'll be honest with you.
No?
I think that two-parter animated series was really great.
Okay.
It would be fun to see a Clayface on the big screen, but also just someone like we need just someone simple. Like, we've talked about this so many times. We're just like, what about just Batman versus some gangsters? Like,
we're not talking about Batman villains.
Oh, just DC.
DC villains.
Oh.
Like, their suggestion is Gorilla Grodd.
Gorilla Grodd has been in a few episodes of Flash, and it's really turned me off to the idea of Gorilla Grodd because it's a big monkey. Like, it's someone versus a big monkey.
That's what makes it fun.
Right. For the cinema.
What about Titano, the super ape, or
Starro, the giant space star?
Well, Starro doesn't have kryptonite vision.
Oh, you mean Metallo?
Superman? No. Titano is a big ape that's got kryptonite beams that come out of its eyes.
I thought that was Metallo.
He's like King Kong with kryptonite rays.
Can't we just have? How about I want Lex Luthor in a big mech suit? That's what I want.
You want mech Lex Luthor?
I want mech Lex Luthor. I do. I want mech suit Lex Luthor who's grown. I want a decent Lex Luthor. I want a Lex Luthor who is sick of Superman stealing all the press coverage every day, so he can't do business well. I want a Lex Luthor who's like really into physical fitness and knows that no matter what he does, Superman will be stronger, and it drives him crazy to the point where he wants to take out Superman. I want a decent Lex Luthor story. And I want I guess I don't know that many DC villains.
I mean, if you're gonna have Superman fighting someone in a mech suit, you may as well go Metallo.
Metallo can be the sub boss. How about that?
All right.
How about that? That's like the.
Who I think also has kryptonite vision. I'm not 100% sure.
Well, he's powered by kryptonite.
Yeah, that's it. He's got a kryptonite heart or something.
Yeah. But that was just version 1, and then version 2, the mech suit comes out and it's Lex driving it, going, "I will destroy this city. I will destroy you."
Solomon Grundy is just a zombie.
Right?
DC has so many lame characters.
Oh, by the way, while taking my bathroom break, I thought of who would be a great Mr. Freeze.
Yeah.
Ready for it?
Yeah.
Idris Elba.
From...
you would know him, most recently, you would know him as the voice of the main villain from Star Trek Beyond.
Okay.
But he's been in a ton of movies and TV shows, and he is a dapper British gentleman who can do the regal thing, but also has an incredible range. He's the stranger in the Dark Tower movie. Idris Elba also in anything. He's kind of like the Black Tom Hardy. Like, you just want to put him in anything.
About Humberto Cabbage Patch. He would make some kind of good villain, right?
I mean, yeah, but...
I know he's doing the Doctor Strange thing right now, but...
Right.
They probably wouldn't like him crossing the aisle. Vandal Savage?
Oh, sure. Or even a Raj Al Ghul. He would make a.
He would make a fine Raj Al Ghul.
He would have the look for Raj Al Ghul. But he's got
the sophistication.
Here's what you do
For Raj Al Ghul.
Here's how you make it relevant. Ready?
Yeah.
You gender flip Raj Al Ghul.
Oh, dear God.
Sigourney Weaver as Raj Al Ghul. You know why? She can do anything. Gender flip it. That was speaking of, okay, so we're gonna switch aisles and we're gonna go over to Marvel. Okay?
Yeah.
We talk a lot about Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
And I came up with an idea for Fantastic Four. I don't know if I've shared it with you already. Is gender swapping a couple of the characters.
Because it's a popular gimmick?
Because it's a popular gimmick, yep. And because it makes more... Oh, a coin. And because it makes more sense with the time. Right? Like, why was the Invisible Woman the Invisible Woman? Well, bear with me for a second. Ready?
Uh-huh.
Bear with me for a second. Feel free to disagree. But this is how the new Fantastic Four movie is getting made. Why was the Invisible Woman invisible? What was the metaphor, right?
They didn't want a girl to be strong and power. Like, what can she do? She can be invisible. I don't know.
Well, but that was also the metaphor. Is Sue felt invisible, right?
Yeah.
Like the lady is not seen.
Okay.
Right? So, and Johnny as the teenage boy was the hothead, right? Hey, he's a teenager. They get into trouble. Hey, he's got fire powers, right?
Who, incidentally, the writers made her the most powerful one of the fucking group.
Oh, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
But no, I digress.
So, here's my pitch for the new Fantastic Four movie. The Human Torch is now the strong female character. That's Sue, or whatever, right? Because she feels a need to overcompensate for societal pressures of a woman in a workplace, right? And so she works extra hard, and she's a terrible bitch, and so that's why she's the Human Torch now. And are you ready for this, Rich? Are you ready for the real reason this movie is going to get made? Marvel, call me. The Invisible Boy now, right? Johnny is the Invisible Boy, is a gay male teen who feels ostracized.
At this point, what the Fantastic Four don't need is a gimmick.
Gimmicks all over the place.
You do not
gimmicks,
especially not after Ghostbusters.
Well,
you don't want to do this after Ghostbusters.
He's going to be a gay, right? What I'm thinking is having a gay teen and a powerful woman in the workplace more fits in the theme if you gender swap the powers.
This right here is farming for controversy.
No, it fits.
It's farming for controversy.
It fits in the theming. It fits in the theme.
Like if you want in the Incredibles, if you wanted to make what's Violet? You wanted to make her like a closeted lesbian, that works. I think for the Fantastic Four right now,
yeah,
just do the Fantastic Four.
What I'm saying is, if you swap the powers, it's more in theme with the original idea behind their powers, right?
Okay.
Well, no, first of all, chat, there's many reasons why I don't write movies. I'd be terrible at it. But I'm saying that's my pitch for the new Fantastic Four movies, not to pander to societal expectations or whatnot, but because I feel like if you did it this way, their powers would be more in theme with something that's a little more modern. A woman in the workplace who feels like she needs to overcompensate, be a little hot-headed, right? And a gay teenage boy who
make her the Thing.
Sure, or make her the Thing. Yeah,
make her the Thing. She's insecure about her looks.
Ooh, okay, all right, I'm with you. She's insecure about her looks, and so then you just take her looks away, right? Ooh, I like it. I like it. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! There we go. Oh yeah, then you'd have rock boobs. That'd be great. Imagine that. Imagine that for the poster. Imagine that for the poster.
Fantastic Four, they're public, right? They're out there in the public eye. They have a building. Everyone knows who they are.
Yeah, they're real.
You have a PR person telling the female thing she needs to cover up her top, even though you can't see anything because it's all rocks. And you have this whole scene with focus testing.
Different like bikini tops, like one pieces, like
Yes.
Like we need to make sure that your feminine aspects are highlighted, and then she'll just go, "I'm a rock. I'm a big pile of rocks." Right? Have you thought about a wig? Have you thought about a wig? I'm a big pile of rocks. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe like now Benita Grimm has been a tomboy her whole life. Yeah. I'm in it. I'm in it to win it, Rich. I like it. I officially like it. This is happening. We're making this happen. Chat, you know you like this idea.
All right.
Sometimes you got to roll with it. Fantastic Four shouldn't be a movie. Well, you know, that argument can be made for a lot of comic book movies.
Pre-reckon my ass says.
Yes.
Sometimes I sit in positions that make my dick fall asleep. I'm going to read the rest of this before I go on.
That's a great idea.
It's really dumb, but I'm going to read it. I'm going to go on. I reserve the right not to read any tip.
Oh, that's
reserved.
That's a standing rule. Yeah, absolutely.
It feels horrible sometimes. I have dreams that my dick falls off and tries to strangle me. I like my dick, but there has to be a connection.
I don't get it, but I mean,
you know, we're just having a fun conversation.
We were riffing. I'm now so on board with the idea of female the thing. Someone trying to feminize the thing. So I guess so. The question is, Rich.
Yeah.
Back to the fun conversation of the female thing. Not to belittle Pre-reckon my ass's dick problems. Do you do it that she's like Ben Grimm, like she's the tomboy and never cared about looks, or do you do it like she was an Instagram model and obsessed with her looks?
Yeah.
And now she's big and strong and doesn't quite know how to deal with it.
Right.
Like she was an Instagram fitness model, so you know she knows how to handle herself in a fight.
I mean, as a concept, I like this, though my personal thinking is I would just want to make a unique character.
Right.
And not do a version of the thing for this.
Oh, sure, but
as an idea, I'm on board.
This is what we're tasked with in writing the new Fantastic Four movie. Is finding a way to find the new angle. I like it. Okay, so Benita Grimm was an Instagram model.
Chat's saying it should be Kim Kardashian.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that a Kim Kardashian type character.
Oh,
absolutely.
sure.
Absolutely. Someone who just has no interest in anything but looks, in anything but the superficial, and those looks are taken away.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? I like it, and it works. Obviously, like you got to redo a bit of the origin story because you know why are they going to take an Instagram model into space? Unless she's not the unless that was that's how they got into space in the first place.
I don't need this to be the Fantastic Four. I'm fine with this being a unique creation, and you can come up with an entirely different origin story.
Right. Oh, I know.
Maybe she's worried about getting old, and she goes in for some kind of like rejuvenation treatment that goes horribly wrong.
Ooh, okay. So this is just kind of generic rock superhero.
Right.
Okay. All right, I'm with you. Generic rock superhero Benita Grimm.
Marlon says... Oh, we were briefly talking about Jonestown when you were in the restroom. Rich, the Jonestown cultist, actually killed themselves with cyanide-laced Flavor Aid. The lesson here is that Flavor Aid has a far better PR department than Kool-Aid. All right.
Or it was cheaper at the local store, and so they said, we're going to kill ourselves anyway. Why spend the extra $10?
By the way, this is the origin of the phrase, don't drink the Kool-Aid. Drink the Kool-Aid?
Right.
Which is why I hate it when people use that as like a positive thing. Drink the Kool-Aid. You totally don't get it.
You've heard that people use it as a positive?
Jump right in there. Drink the Kool-Aid. No!
Who?
You're getting it wrong!
You don't get it at all! Wow.
Who uses it? I have seen this in person like once.
Really?
Yeah.
That is shocking. That is shocking, Rich. Yeah, unless they are saying that as an insult.
It was a coworker I had years ago. They did not know any different.
And like I'm thinking, like, what if they like if you don't like someone, go go and drink the Kool-Aid.
No, this is the drink. It was like do it. I'm like, no,
That's so sad.
no.
That's
Do you know what that
so sad.
means?
Well, obviously not.
They were probably using it. No, because we had a conversation about it.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's too bad. That's too bad. Some people, Rich. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do about it? Nothing. That's the answer. Not gonna do nothing about it.
We need more context, Rich. This is a conversation I had like 10 or 15 years ago. I don't remember a lot of the context. I remember being dumbfounded, though, that anybody would use that as a positive. That's something you don't forget.
That's all the context you need is someone said that as an affirmation. Yeah, go drink the Kool-Aid. You can do it. I believe in you. Drink that Kool-Aid. That's not how that phrase works.
Anyone know the Twitch schedule they have? Wednesdays and Wednesdays and Sundays.
Wow. Does Rich know the Twitch schedule that we have? That's the real question. Wednesdays and Sunday nights. Generally speaking, we will start anywhere between 6 and 8 p.m., sometimes a little bit earlier, sometimes a little bit later. But those are the general rules. Shit. Every once in a while, we'll have a makeup stream here or there if we miss one.
Rarely, I'll stream on an off night. It's been a while. It has.
Since you've had just a...
Yeah, I feel like it.
Yeah. Well, there's been a lot to do. There's been a lot to do, Rich. There's been a whole to do. Oh, yeah. Are you? Have you looked into going on your Eclipse vacation? Are you doing it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's great. I'm excited for you. This stupid bat. This stupid bat has been my killer. Fuck. And it's not looking any better now. Fuck.
There's not like... it's still permadeath, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I was watching you do this fight not too long ago.
Yeah. No, I know. This bat has killed me a couple times now. And you can see my dead body is over there. To the right.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
Can you pick it up?
No.
Did you get anything from it?
I don't think so. But you know what? I'll go check it out.
You guys close to the eclipse path of totality? Not close, which is why I'll probably be away for a few days.
Close enough, right?
Close enough to drive there, but not in one day.
Oh, you get a free AUG if you find your dead body. Yeah, it's in southern Illinois, right? That's like the closest to us, I think.
I think, yes.
Well, that's great. Take lots of pictures.
Zach of the Axis says, I'm with you, wanting fairly normal villains in Batman. Black Mask is a gang leader who hires Deadshot to help him take out competition. Bam! There's your movie, DC. Don't fuck it up. Yeah! That'd be fine!
Just something simple like that.
It's gotta be the Joker. You got the Joker. The Joker's gotten to the point where you can't do the Batman without Joker. It's a letdown. Can you imagine an Arkham game without the Joker? Can you imagine such a thing?
I could, yes. I could and would probably enjoy it.
Really? How would you have felt about Arkham Knight without the Joker?
Well.
Oh, I see. Because he's just that much more interesting than most of his other villains?
Okay, well, here's what I will say.
Yeah.
About the Arkham Knight and the Joker. Is thematically that works very well.
Yes.
If it was someone else in that exact same role, I think I would have been okay with it.
Yeah.
Mostly because it was just a very well-written role. Thematically with the Joker, it worked out very well.
No, you have like the Penguin in Batman's head? You telling me that works?
Oh, well, I meant like just like if it was like some random Joe. Like if it was a random Joe in Batman's head. Thematically, though, that worked very well. So it's hard, like... The game was written around Joker being in Batman's head, so...
I think I liked Arkham Knight Joker more than Dark Knight Joker. Well, no shit! Arkham Knight Joker was fucking Mark Hamill, who was hands down better than Heath Ledger. Liked Heath Ledger's Joker, but he ain't got nothing on Mark Hamill's Joker.
I agree with Rich.
That's a no shit comment.
Yeah, but remember for the kids, Rich, they know Heath Ledger first.
Sure.
The kids don't know nothing but Heath Ledger. And to say that Heath Ledger isn't the greatest is sacrilege.
I want Batman versus regular mobsters. That worked fine on the animated series, but if you're doing like something like a movie or a video game where you don't get many installments, is that the place where you want Batman fighting? I'm devil's advocating.
Devil's advocate away, Rich.
Is like a movie? Like, oh, you only get one of those every so many? Well, I guess in the movies, it's like one every few years now. They've kind of done that. But like an Arkham game, you only get one every 5 years or so, or however long it is.
Well, they're doing the Telltale Batman games now, right?
Yeah. Well, those aren't games.
In my head, if we get a Batman movie that is just Batman versus some mobsters,
yeah,
that's a victory.
I think it could work. Yeah. I'm playing devil's advocate.
Of course.
The general audience, would they be let down?
That's the question.
Okay.
That's a fair question. As long, you know what, then I like whoever in chat suggested someone like the Hood, or like the Black Mask, or whatever, right? You need.
I think that's a fine suggestion.
You need a villain that has some sort of gimmicky thing. You need a villain, right?
Right.
And if you have enough mobsters for Batman to do awesome action sequences, yes, the general population is okay with it.
There were some fine Batman the Animated Series episodes where the villain was just Rupert Thorne, the big mobster in town.
Oh, I know.
And it worked.
Yeah.
That was a fine show, Jack. That was an amazing show.
I was going to say, Rich, I think it's more than a fine show. I think it was an amazing show.
Yeah.
Shit. Well, this isn't going to end well. Yep. It was an amazing show, Rich.
I know, I'm taking my own bathroom break.
Take your bathroom break.
Yeah.
I'm just going to be over here sucking at the game.
Is that a Magneto helmet?
That is a Magneto helmet. And I've just bought it. I haven't received the cat as a permanent upgrade yet. People did love the Daredevil series, and it only had mobsters in it. But that was also a series, a television series, and not a movie. There are different expectations in different mediums. And people generally have higher expectations of movies than they do Netflix television series. Netflix also got away with it before it had established itself as the maker of fine television series. So they were able to take a couple creative risks. And they had Vincent D'Onofrio, so, you know. Fuck that. Fuck. Fuck. And there we go. Wow. They already made a Lady the Thing in 1965 in the comics? That's great. That's great. So, we need a new Batman series, not movies. Maybe. Well, I think that's an argument that Rich has made several times as far as Spider-Man is concerned. Where, like, remember, these comic books originated as a regular series, not necessarily one story. And so it would make sense to adapt them into series instead of one-off stories. Me personally, I would love Batman versus some mobsters. Just Batman being a detective and figuring shit out while battling dudes. While battling dudes and not necessarily things. Gotta battle some dudes. Just some regular old run-of-the-mill schlubby-dubs. Let's switch zone. Glory unachieved. Oh. Oh, no. Glory unachieved. That's okay. I did not need to achieve glory there. I can achieve glory on my own. I don't need your glory, game. Stop dancing, remember Scarface? What? Just make a good Batman movie. If it were only that easy. If it were only that easy. Because remember, you also need the budget for it, and so it needs to be approved by people. It needs to be approved by people, and to be approved by people, you need to show that it is going to make money, and you know, then you're not only talking about the movie, but you're talking about the toy line. and you're talking about the theme park ride that you're gonna spin off of the movie, and you're talking about all of the the branding opportunities. The logistical problem to Batman versus some gangsters movie is, while it would make a really good movie, how do you put those gangsters on McDonald's cups? Rupert Thorne might be a very compelling villain, but a Rupert Thorne action figure is not something that all the kids are going to run out to buy. Merchandising. This is the thing. And so that that's why something like the Black Mask is a very fine idea, because then you can do something a little over the top with it and still hopefully cash in on those merchandising opportunities. Jack doesn't remember Scarface. Yeah, talk to me about all the Scarface dolls. Was Scarface big with the kids? You'll have to remind me about whether or not that had a big toy line, the Scarface movies. Because that's where the studio is looking to make its money. Movies come and go, but toy lines, ooh, toy lines you can make work. Toy lines last forever. So we gotta be smart about this. Jack doesn't watch RLM video. I don't. You guys should know that already. I do not watch Red Letter Media videos. Not all the time. Every once in a while, like I'll watch a half in the bag. The only times that I will watch a half in the bag is when I've seen the movie and haven't talked to Jay or Mike about it. Because if I've talked to Jay or Mike about it, then I don't need to watch a half in the bag. I'll just talk to them about it. But also, if I haven't seen the movie, I won't watch the half in the bag. So I have not seen all of RLM's videos.
I watched them all, watched them multiple times. They're all fantastic. And great.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. My comment earlier was the real reason, Rich, what we were talking about a little bit before that,
yeah,
was the real reason we will never see a Batman versus some gangsters Batman movie is because while Rupert Thorne it might be a compelling villain, it'd be hard to put him on a McDonald's cup.
Yes. Yes.
The merchandising opportunities for just a regular guy in a suit is pretty weak.
Agreed.
And so, unfortunately, that just means that we have to deal with these same these same villains. But that's why something like the Black Mask could be a decent compromise. As far as, a gangster who also we can sell a toy of.
Jesus, Dick Tracy. What about Dick Tracy?
If they're trying to say that Dick Tracy had regular gangsters in it...
That movie bombed.
One, that movie bombed. Two, I think what they're trying to say is, no, that was a case where there was just regular gangsters that they could still make toys out of.
And it bombed.
In which I will say those were not regular gangsters. They all had goofy gimmicks.
Right.
And that movie fucking bombed hard and had giant celebrities in it.
I liked it at the time, but it bombed.
You know, that'd be a good review.
Dick Tracy?
Yeah. I haven't seen that in forever. I'd love to.
I would. You know, here's why it probably won't be a good review. I'll probably rewatch it and be like, "Oh yeah, that was terrible."
Well, yeah.
So.
Well, that's why it would be a good review. Because then you could go, "It's terrible. Here's why it's terrible." But I liked it as a kid. Blah blah blah. Perfect review material. There we go. There we go.
Wouldn't Hugo Strange be a better villain for Batman versus average criminals?
Hugo Strange.
Mad scientist. People associate mad scientist villains with Superman.
I mean, not the worst idea. I'm not sure. What does he do?
He's a psychologist who he actually imitates Batman. He's obsessed with Batman, wants to be Batman.
Okay.
Learned a secret identity.
All right.
I forget how. So he knows Batman is Bruce Wayne.
Okay. Again, really hard to make a toy of that.
Chat saying Hush. Hush may technically be a normal guy, but so is the Joker. We're not talking about a character who is a run-of-the-mill criminal with Hush. We're talking about somebody with a personal grudge, and he wears this bandage thing on his head.
Yeah.
It's not quite the same.
Isn't Hush's only power that he kind of looks like Bruce Wayne? Isn't that his thing?
He had plastic surgery to look like him, I believe.
Ah, okay.
No, they're telling Jack to hush.
Oh, Chad.
Oh.
You're incorrigible.
Nico Cola says, "Hey guys,
Hey,
hey Nico Cola, how you doing, buddy?
how's that? How's that too loud coming? How's it going? Rich is ready for more episodes.
You want me to stink up your show again? I'd be glad."
Of course he does. Anyone would be honored to have you stink up their show. Nice. Nice, I did it. Doing great. Fuck you.
Why don't you kill the thing?
Yeah,
before-
well, listen, I thought... I thought. Son of a bitch.
Dick Tracy made $22 million its opening week.
Uh-huh.
At the time, it was probably not the worst. What did it make its second week?
What's the overall box office?
Right.
What's the net here? You know, how much did it cost to make? Warren Beatty wasn't working for free.
$160 million total.
Was what it took in?
Yeah.
All right, that's not bad. What did it make?
Early 90s, that's when Batman was raking in like... Well, yeah, Batman raked in like $250 million, I think?
Pizza Train says 46 mil to make, 163 million box office, and so if you do our but if you do our rule of doubling, that's still 80 million to make and publish, and then 160. All right, that's not bad. That's not bad. Was it just a critical flop?
I don't know. I remember hearing it was a flop, but I could be wrong.
Well, and is that just box office, or is that taking into account home video sales? Did it find its market at home?
No, it's not terrible money for 1990.
No, it's not.
Or one, or whatever it was. It very early 90s.
Fuck you.
Although, economically speaking, the film was a success, and Disney was impressed by the opening weekend gross. Studio chairman Jeffrey Katzenberg expressed disappointment.
Really?
Yeah.
He wanted it to make more?
He suggested that Dick Tracy had cost about $100 million in total to produce, market, and promote.
Oh.
We made demands on our time, talent, and treasury that, upon reflection, may not have been worth it.
Sure.
Okay.
So we could have made more money elsewhere. Might have been the moral of the story.
Mm-hmm.
While we made $60 million, we could have made more with a different property.
What the hell is Dick Tracy?
There you go. There you go. The kids nowadays, Rich.
To be fair, it was dated when it came out.
That's true. Well, that was part of the selling point.
Nico Cola says, "Hey guys, thanks. Too Loud, going great. All 6 episodes are out. Rich is in the 3rd and 6th one. Waiting to hear if we get more. Mike even emailed me and said he wants to be in it if we do."
Nice.
Fucker's jealous.
Oh, yeah.
That fucker is jealous.
You got your own thing now, Rich. You got your own voice acting work. You got your own voice acting, and now Mike needs a piece. That son of a bitch.
Talked to me a few weeks ago. He says, "What's this I hear about you being in a cartoon?"
Yeah.
What's that?
I emailed him. I emailed him, and I was like, "Hey, Mike and Jay, just a heads up, this is something Rich and I did." Oh, I emailed them the game, and I was like, "This is stuff that Rich is doing."
He wants in on my action, Jack.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, he's trying to horn in. Mike, oh, that son of a bitch.
Does Mike really believe in ghosts? I'm sure this has been asked, though. What? If you ask Mike about it, he'll give you wishy-washy answers.
Why is this has become a thing lately? Like, why is this a thing?
Because I made fun of him on a Best of the Worst episode.
Did you? For
Yeah.
believing in ghosts?
Yeah. It was like Colin and Jim episode.
Oh, I don't remember that. That's funny.
I honestly think it's more of a suspension of disbelief than it is a belief. But
Sure. I know he likes the ghost shows. I would never assume that he would actually believe in ghosts.
he finds the subject interesting.
Sure.
Fuck. Do you remember when we went to the Brumder mansion?
Yeah.
The supposedly real haunted house for that one Best of the Worst episode?
Yeah, here in Milwaukee.
That night, he recorded a EVP tape.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, Mike.
Drunk out of his mind. Everyone but me drunk out of their mind. So I was the one asking questions for the ghost to answer. Having a little bit of fun with it. So what do you think of TV?
You know what? You're probably like really old.
Yeah.
Isn't that cool? Like, do you just watch TV?
That's what I said.
Yeah.
That's what I was doing.
And like, does it really upset you when you like a show, but then whoever's in the house doesn't watch the show that you like?
That's what I was. That's effectively the routine I was doing.
Yeah?
Yeah. But it wasn't just routine. Like, if there is a ghost, that's the kind of question I would ask a ghost.
Yeah.
What do you think of TV?
Yeah. I mean, if you think about it, really old ghosts, like, you see these cars out here? What do you think of that? It's pretty cool, right?
Release the EVP. Oh, shockingly, very shockingly, I don't believe there was anything on the tape.
What? What? I'll make Mike's character in Too Loud the kid that gets bullied by your character. Finally, some sweet justice. And of course, Nico, anything. Yeah, I'll be in your cartoon too. Don't worry. That's great. I love it that he recorded a ghost thing.
No, Mike has never claimed to have seen a ghost. Like I said, I think if you really pressed him on it, you would find out that it's more of a suspension of disbelief than it is a belief.
Sure.
Mike is just too reasonable. I can't believe that he's an actual true believer.
That's
as much as he just finds the subject interesting.
Right. And you know, like being someone who's so into film and filmmaking, there's probably like just a lot of stuff that he can't suspend his disbelief for. And so this type of reality show, he's like, okay, he can be with it at least, you know. That's nice. It's nice that he can find something that he enjoys.
Jack, do you watch Vine Sauce? I know we were on the show once with him.
No.
Someone's asking if we watch Vine Sauce.
I don't even know what type of show Vine Sauce does. I'm sorry.
I think he does game-related stuff.
I am so sorry. I'm sure. Like, here's how it generally works when someone asks us to do an interview or a podcast.
Yeah.
I will check out other stuff they have done, and as long as they haven't done anything that I morally object to, I'll just say, oh, okay, yeah, fine, we'll do it. You know, if they're running like the Nazi cast, then I was gonna be like, no thanks, we're good. But so like I probably like looked back and was like, oh yeah, he just talks about video games, we'll be on your show, that's fine. So there's not many. Especially gaming shows. There's not that many gaming shows that I watch because I don't want my opinions to be tainted by someone else's.
I know he's a big fan. I got nothing against Vine Sauce.
I got nothing against him. Don't take my indifference as contempt. He had us on a show. It was a great show. I thought he did a fine interview. Everything was great. We'd go on again.
Have you been asked to be on a white supremacist show, Jack?
I don't believe I have. That was, you know what? That was a slightly topical example. No, I don't believe I have ever been. But now I got to think about it. Fuck. Oh, I suck, Rich. This game does feel more complete, I'll tell you what. Oh, that reminds me. Someone emailed me recently wanting to know if I would be on their podcast.
Yep.
I need to get back to them. Because I listened to a podcast and they seem to be talking about normal stuff.
Whatever happened to that Game Grumps thing?
I don't think that's a thing.
Wasn't that a thing?
What? No.
Or is it Super Best Friends? It was one of them, right? What are you talking? Did something about this come up? All right.
Maybe Super Best Friends?
One of them. I thought you said something about wanting to do an interview or something.
Maybe, oh, two best friends play?
That might have been it?
I think we had a Twitter back and forth.
Okay.
I think that we had a Twitter back and forth with one of the two best friends play. And I said, hey, yeah, or, you know, like someone was like, hey, previously recorded, and they were like, hey, I like Red Letter Media, and I was like, Richard, I'll be on your show, just get a hold of me here, and they never did. So
Oh, okay.
I think that was it. That's my general line for someone is email me, and if they don't, then I don't follow up. Is something you should know about me, Rich, and scheduling interviews. I don't follow up.
Fighting this bat again?
Fighting the bat a lot.
Don't they vary it up?
They do. I've also died a lot.
Okay.
as I am not playing very well right now.
How are you feeling about the final form of this game, Jack?
It feels very similar to the other forms of this game, and that is not necessarily a negative.
It's not necessarily shocking either.
Right. There we go.
Good variety in the levels?
I'm okay with it. Overall, I'm okay with it. I'll allow it. I'll allow it. It's fine. It's fine.
Yes, I'm aware that Justin Roland's an Arlen fan.
Ooh. Who's Justin Roland?
Rick and Morty.
Oh, okay.
Both Rick and Morty.
He does the voice. He's both Rick and Morty.
And writer and creator.
All
that fun stuff.
Okay, cool. That's neat. That's great. Yeah, tell him to get Rich on the show.
I don't think I would be asked to be a Rick and Morty character unless it was just alien in the background going, bleh. That's probably the most they would let me do.
Still, let's do it.
Right.
Still do it. That's fun. That's something that's fun. Like you're the alien that dies, and you have to go.
Right. Yeah.
That'd be your own Daniel Craig moment. Daniel Craig in Star Wars moment. It'd be great. Fuck.
Anonymous says, are you interested in Good Omens, the TV series that was announced based on the great novel from Neil Gaiman and Terry Pratchett? David Tennant is starring. High hopes since American Gods was awesome.
I still have not seen American Gods. I do enjoy David Tennant in general as an actor.
Did you enjoy him in DuckTales?
I didn't see DuckTales.
Oh, okay.
And you know what? You know what I've heard about DuckTales so far? First episode.
Yeah, no. I'm just teasing you, Jack.
I know. I love him in Broadchurch. I'll tell you what. That's a great show. Fuck you, Penguin. Nope.
Chad, I like the new DuckTales. I'm not at loved it yet. We'll see what further episodes bring.
It's the beginning of a new relationship.
Right.
Let Rich, discover.
Let me digest it.
Yeah. Sometimes it takes a little time, if you're relationships are work, okay? Like DuckTales has to put in a little something, Rich has to put in a little something. Speaking of new season of Wet Hot American Summer continues to be incredibly funny.
Good.
I'm really enjoying it. Some good stuff. Some good bits. They lost me a little bit on this latest batch of episodes, and then they brought me right back again, as happens with just about any David Wayne production.
Yeah.
They'll take you on a journey.
Were you a fan of the original DuckTales, Rich? Very much so.
Maybe you don't know Rich, but you sing that DuckTales song quite often. Yeah. Yeah! Nice. Got a lot of just like basic attack strength up.
Scrooge was just such an interesting protagonist. This rich, old, slightly crotchety duck.
I just can't. I can't be with you.
I didn't give any fuck about the nephews.
Right.
I didn't give any fucks at all about them.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't understand it. I don't get it, but I'm glad that you have something in your life that you enjoy. So, you know, good for you. I don't get it. It's a cartoon about a duck that swims in a big pile of money, but you know.
It's so different for a protagonist, though.
I
Someone
mean,
who swims in a pile of their own money, Jack.
Yeah,
It's something you don't see every day.
Yeah. You know.
He earned that money, Jack. He earned that money.
Did he?
Every dime. He earned it square, Jack.
I'm not as up to date on the backstory of DuckTales as you are. I will admit that freely.
Started from nothing. He had a dime. He had a dime, Jack. One single dime. This lucky dime that he held on to his whole life.
Okay, all right, I'm with you. Dimes are
The same dime that Magic Dispel wants.
What?
She thinks she can make a powerful spell out of the first dime earned by the richest duck in the world. She wants to make it down, melt it down, and turn it into an amulet. He won't have none of that, though, because it's his fucking lucky dime, and he wants it.
Right. All right, no, right, I get you. I'm with you, I understand.
I can't wait till they pull out the lucky dime in the show, Jack. I'm waiting for the lucky dime.
They have not pulled out the lucky dime yet.
I'm not even kidding. I'm legitimately waiting for them to dig out that.
I'm just happy that you're so excited about something, Rich. Like, it's rare to see you get worked up about something, you know?
Do you like Darkwing Duck, Rich? No.
You're not a fan of Darkwing Duck?
I've never watched Darkwing Duck.
You never watched Darkwing Duck? What about Tailspin?
No.
With Baloo the Bear?
No, I didn't give a fuck about Tailspin.
You
I didn't give a fuck about Baloo the Bear.
What about Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers?
Eh.
Was this all in the same universe?
No. Arguably, Darkwing Duck might be in the same universe as DuckTales.
Well, they're ducks. You have to assume, you know. I think Rich just rolled my eyes at not knowing the difference between fictional ducks. Like, which I'm proud of you, Rich, for rolling your eyes at me like in that fashion.
I did not. For the record, I did not.
Let's take
This is you seeing things out of the corner of your eye.
As someone take a look back at the tape. I said that Darkwing Duck needed to be connected to Scrooge McDuck because they're both ducks. And I think Rich just rolled his eyes at me. It's like if someone said, well, like, they're all comic books. It doesn't matter. Be swift. I can be swift.
DCCU, Duck-Centered Cinematic Universe. Here's my think. I've had thoughts on this.
On a duck-centered cinematic
Marvel
universe?
is now owned by Disney, correct? The Marvel Cinematic Universe movies, these are all Disney works.
Yes.
DuckTales obviously is owned by Disney. Marvel has within it a character called Howard the Duck.
All right.
You could very easily do a DuckTales Marvel crossover via Howard the Duck.
Okay.
It's all right there.
I think if they were so inclined, yes, they could do a Howard the Duck, DuckTales, Spider-Man crossover, or whatever, to get the sales numbers up, right? Like, no one's watching the DuckTales reboot. I don't know. Put fucking Captain America in there.
Darkwing would make more sense. Not at all, because Howard the Duck is already a thing in the Marvel universe.
Didn't they try to do a fan remake of the Darkwing Duck?
That's
cartoon with the original voice actors, and it failed or something.
For what? For Howard the Duck?
For Darkwing Duck.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't watch Darkwing. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Obviously, I'm having fun with this. I don't think this is something they're actually going to do. I'm just pointing out that you could do it.
Rich, moral of the story.
Yeah.
Stop having fun with it. How? I know we've had a lot of fun with, you know, figuring out a rock the thing as a woman, talking about Batman villains, dream casting. Just stop it. But you know, now you're talking about ducks and you've gone too far. I need to know that.
People joke about Howard the Duck. I'm actually fond of the original comics.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I've never read them. I know very little about Howard the Duck outside of the movie I saw 20 years ago.
Very subversive for their time.
Okay. Give me an example.
Absurd. The villain in the first one is a kind of like an accountant wizard who wants the cosmic calculator to take over the world, and he erects a tower of credit cards in the middle of Cincinnati's Chuggahoya River, which he is defeated when the river catches on fire from all of the pollution.
What?
Yeah.
That sounds insane.
Yeah.
That's great.
It's absurd, and also there's some like commentary mixed in, like the polluted river catching on fire,
yeah.
which is something that happened in real life.
Really?
Yeah. There was a river, the Chuggahoya, I might be pronouncing it wrong.
Yeah.
The Chuggahoya, I think? River that caught on fire.
Well, shit.
So there's a little bit of absurdness mixed with a little bit of political commentary. Mixed with some angst.
Sure. All right.
Cuyahoga? Cuyahoga.
Cuyahoga.
Okay. I'm sorry, I didn't remember this name of this river that I don't live near.
How dare you?
It's in Cleveland. Cleveland, Ohio. I said in Ohio. What do you want from me?
Cleveland. It was in Cleveland, Ontario. Obviously, that is a joke.
Yeah. Yeah, it was the movie that turned Howard to shit. But there was a reason they made that movie in the first place, because the actual comics it was based on were a little bit interesting.
I gotta rewatch that movie. It has been just so long. Not like I think it'll be like a good movie, but you know, it's been a while since I've seen Howard. It's been long enough since I've seen Howard the Duck that I think I might want to see Howard the Duck.
We've tried like 3 times to do a commentary track on it. It has never worked.
Just too strange, too bad,
yeah.
Too not bad enough. All those things.
Huff-Hearted says, hey again. Do you guys ever do that thing where you play a new level of a game and do amazing the first time through, and then you suck trying to do that same level over and over again? Once or twice. Not really. It's not a common thing with me.
Play a new level and do really well and then suck after that? I can.
Doesn't Howard the Duck travel, says 4 different universes and timelines in the comics? Now Howard the Duck came to the Marvel Universe through the, oh god, what's it called? It's got a name. It's some kind of like dimensional crossroads where all of the different dimensions intersect and various things from different universes have come into the Marvel Universe through it.
Oh. The Rift?
What's it called? It's got a name. The Nexus of Realities? That might be it.
Ooh. That's a good name.
Yeah. His first appearance was in a Swamp Thing comic book.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I like that.
Swamp Thing, who like defends the Nexus of all realities.
Oh.
Yeah. He was a one-off joke that just kept going. Howard the Duck.
Oh, I like that better. Well, that's great. Good for Howard. I've always felt like I should read Swamp Thing. For no particular reason, but I've never understood why
I gotta
it's a
correct
comic
myself.
book. Yeah.
I said Swamp Thing. It's Man Thing.
Man Thing
It
is
was Marvel's
Yeah.
Swamp Thing,
Yeah.
basically. But Swamp Monster.
Yeah.
Comic book about a swamp monster.
I've just never understood why either of those were books in the first place, and so I feel like I should read them. I feel like almost nerd obligated to read them. Like, I don't understand them in the slightest.
Crocodile Brain says, guys, when is the next Jesus Christ Shut Up stream? Recently, aside from Jack killing or running away from his teammates in PUBG, the 7th guest is the best, including Rich's rage quit is gold. Thanks. There's not a good candidate for one. For one thing, there's not a good candidate. For another thing, everyone always bitches about those streams.
Yeah, so I think actually we've trained you really well to stop bitching about games you want us to play. Oh, fuck. I don't. I can buy some sweet upgrades.
Huff-Hearted says, Rich, the new DuckTales had references to Tailspin, Darkwing Duck, and Goof Troop, so they all be in the same universe this time around.
And Goof Troop?
That's whatever, because I honestly don't care about any of those other shows.
Goof Troop!
Gapely says, do you guys like cheesy 70s martial arts movies? I'm about to send one to you that, because of its cynical and exploitive nature, though silly as fuck, is worst of the worst material. And Mr. Hush.
I do. I really enjoy old kung fu movies.
I haven't seen many of them, so not in particular for me.
No.
Got nothing against them.
I love how serious they are, and of course it's just like, you know, it's 45 minutes of the most boring talking you'll ever see, and then 10 minutes of an amazing action sequence.
Rich, XCOM 2 War of the Chosen comes out in 2 weeks. I'll get around to it when I get around to it.
Yeah.
I'm in no rush.
Yeah. Yeah, Rich. 2 weeks. I'm done playing.
You're done?
I'm done playing.
All right, hold on. Pizza Train 11 says... I think it's the last, I'm caught up after this.
Okay.
You can turn this off now if you want them. Pizza Train 11 says, can you gender swap the Joker? Karen Gillian said recently she would love to play a gender swap Joker. I like it. Thoughts?
Karen Gillan
Karen
is
Gillian.
great. Karen Gillan is great.
Gillian. Oh, sorry.
That's all right.
Ah.
She played, you would probably only know her. She played Nebula in Guardians of the Galaxy. The blue,
Oh, okay.
You know the blue one?
Yeah.
Okay, here's what I'll say. Anything can be anything. I don't think she would be I don't think she would be a good fit for the Joker.
Okay.
I enjoy her as an actress, but I don't think she would do a good Joker.
I don't know her well enough to have any thoughts on this. I only know her as Nebula.
Right. Well, and you know, I know her because for a couple seasons she was the Doctor's companion.
Oh.
And she was a great companion. But I actually don't think she has the range to get like manic like Joker does. You know, you can gender swap anything, right? I guess. Right? Gender swapped Batman. Well, that's what Batgirl is. And Batwoman. There's already that. She wouldn't. I don't think she would be a good Joker. I think if we're gender swapping Joker, it's so tough for me because like even if we're talking about like let's cast Joker, everything's just like Mark Hamill. I guess Harley Quinn could still be called Harley Quinn. She's got just a bit like a big buff dude. Yeah. Harley, come here. What is it, boss? What is it, Miss J? Ooh, Miss J. Who could be a good Tilda Swinton? She's kind of one of those. She can do anything. Sure. Harley could be a dude's name too. Yeah. Hell, one of the famous old timey wrestlers, Harley Race. Mm-hmm. All right, I'm legitimately trying to think of like who plays a good crazy, Rich. Who plays a good crazy? Who's a girl that plays a good crazy? Crazy, but then also can reel it in. Winona Ryder. Oh. All right. Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Kristen Shaw? No, Kristen Shaw doesn't have the depth. She's great. Kristen Shaw is great. Charlize Theron. Points taken away only because she can also do anything. But yes, she would be a great Joker. But she can do anything. You're right, chat. You're absolutely right. Charlize Theron. That actor that plays the mom from Stranger Things. So, Winona Ryder? That's Winona Ryder. And I agree with Rich that she would make a good Joker. She would make a fine Joker. If you're going to put a slightly different spin on it, I would suggest Aubrey Plaza. Okay. She did an amazing job in Legion as a mental health patient, as a crazy, and she could pull off a very interesting Joker. Aubrey Plaza. Chat's saying Tina Fey. Maybe. Right, there's so many ways you could play it, right? There's so many ways you could play it. Yeah. I'm just trying to see her as threatening, is the thing. Well, but that's kind of Joker's thing, right? Is he's not necessarily threatening. He can be, though. But he can be, right. Yeah. Roseanne Barr. I don't know. I've never seen Kristen Wiig. Like, Kristen Wiig could handle the crazy, but I've never seen her in a threatening role. I've never seen her in a dramatic role. Maybe. Christina Ricci? You need somebody who could turn on a dime. They're wacky one moment, and then the next moment they're shoving a knife through somebody's eye socket. Right. They need to be able to do both. Yeah. Someone is mentioning Emma Stone. Okay. She has decent dramatic chops. That's what I'm saying. BGB Live. I think Aubrey Plaza could pull off really well. You know, she has her own thing, which means you'd have to write it specifically for her. But she could pull off that that crazy, lighthearted turn around and stab you in the face thing. I think Aubrey could pull it off really well.
Christina Ricci.
That's what they're saying. I saw that.
Not sold.
I saw that.
Not sold.
She has a good look for it.
Are
She has a really good look for it. I like that, but
we too old for it now? But what's her face from Splash, Blade Runner, Dana Harrell?
Daryl Hannah.
Daryl Hannah, that's it.
Daryl Hannah. Ooh, back in the day.
Back in the day. Daryl Hannah would have been an awesome Joker.
Nice. Nice. Excellent. I don't think Elizabeth Banks could pull off the dramatic role, the dramatic side of it. I like that. You know what? We've come up with some fine options here, everybody. Congratulations. We've officially, we've done it. We've gender swapped the Joker.
Sean Young, too? Yeah. Kate Mulgrew? No, Kate Mulgrew would be my Batgirl. She'd be my gender swap Batman. Janeway?
Janeway back in the day?
Janeway. Gender swap Batman.
Voyager time?
Voyager era Janeway.
She's Batwoman, absolutely. Absolutely. Voyager Kate Mulgrew could absolutely be Brucita Wayne in our Batwoman.
Angelica Houston? For which?
I know you guys keep saying Laura Dern, and I'm saying that's not a bad thought. Laura Dern could pull it off. Laura Dern could pull it off.
All right, let's bring up the Twatcher.
Twatcher. Boom. All right. Now is the time during the stream. Why does Jack keep making the gender swap?
This is a chat question.
I just thought it would
This is a tip.
I thought that was an interesting topic to go to Dreamcast.
Because we were talking about it earlier.
Yeah.
We got a tip asking what we thought about a gender swap Joker.
Yeah.
We answered the question. I'm sorry.
And by the way, came up with some pretty good ideas. Give us a call, Hollywood. All right, now is the time of the stream in which we thank all the people who have subscribed to us during this very stream. Much like Justin Horman for 39 motherfucking months in a row. And Justin Horman says, not sticking around, just wanted to say hi.
Hi.
Thank you, Justin.
It's a person not here now.
I mean, maybe you'll listen later. I don't know.
Crusher of cities.
Got Smift.
Let's say smifed.
Smifed?
Let's say smifed. Just because it sounds funnier.
Got smifed? All right, I'm okay with that.
Midnight Andy for 22 fucking months in a row.
Nathan B. Films.
The Blue Prism says, hi, Jack. Hi, Rich.
Hello, the Blue Prism. Detective Frank Shark.
Euler's Number for 13 months in a row.
General Gore says, Rich, I purchased a Steel Series 500 mouse, the one with the lockable thumb buttons, and love it. So fucking happy to have my PS Move Chuck and a mouse with so many buttons. Discovering the mouse wheel has left and right was fucking mind-blowing.
Yeah, it's a great mouse.
Though you mean the wheel can tilt left and right? That's awesome. Oh, now I kind of want one.
Your mice might. A lot of mice do that.
Yeah.
Yours might.
You can. Oh, like this one you can too.
Yeah.
What? You can tilt this mouse left and.
You're supposed to use it for like forward and back in like the browser.
Yeah.
That's what it's. I think that's what the default programming is: forward and back.
Oh, that'd be a great tilt.
Yeah.
That'd be a great lean.
Lean?
That'd be a great lean. Oh man.
There you go. Ravnos 1313 says it's 1313, but who the fuck cares?
Oh man.
No. Ravnos 1313, like I'm supposed to fucking know that.
Blurch And Blurch says 2 months isn't an anniversary.
You know what? Fuck it. From now on, you're Ravnos 1313. That's your new name, jackass.
Or what's 1-3 in emoji? Is that like cat mouth?
I have no idea.
You are now Ravnos catmouth. There. That's your new name.
Sir Donkey the Whale.
Sir...
How would you read that?
I'm trying to figure that out. Sir Danky though of whale. Sir Dank the... Yeah.
There's no E in the.
There's no the...
Of whale.
The of whale. Thov whale. Sir Danketh of whale.
That's what they're saying in the chat. Sir Danketh of whale.
I figured it out.
Okay, so Danketh of whale.
Capital letters.
Capital letters are very important when you want to differentiate where different words begin and end.
You know who used capital letters? Turd Smuggler 44. I can clearly read where the 2 words are in Turd Smuggler 44, who says, technically been watching Prereq since you first started the RL and RLM since the Phantom Menace review, but only now started subscribing. Keep up the good work, and thanks for giving me some great content to listen and relax to after work and on the weekends. Thanks, Turd
You're
Smuggler.
welcome. A Horrible Glory /S for 33 fucking months in a row says, where does the time go? No, seriously, I have a short-term memory problem. Please help me.
You're like that Dana Carvey movie, Blank Slate. Jarl Ballin Swagger.
Turd Smugglins says, thanks for all the entertainment, you fucks. How many turd smugglers do we have?
It was Turd Burglar, I want to say.
It was Turd Burglar?
No, that was
That
a Turd Smuggler. We have
so many turd smugglers.
We have 2 Turd Smugglers. I just love that you fucks is a term of endearment. That makes me happy. Bruiser Inc.
Gwarfunkel. I like Gwarfunkel.
Yeah, Gwarfunkel's a fine name. J. Cheeker for 19 months in a row says the world may have gone to shit, but at least we have 2 of the best hack frauds to keep us entertained until the asteroid comes. We'll do our very best.
DDR Streak.
Deidre, please.
Mr. Glitch says, hi guys, hope your summer's going well. Yeah.
You know,
I'd say it is.
it is. It's coming to an end. Coming to an end soon. The summer.
Excuse me.
Which will be great for me, because then my kids will go back to school, and I'll have way more free time during the day.
Be nice.
It's going to be great. Mad Shot 789.
Dark Matter for 25 fucking months in a row says it's 5 squared time. Can you tell I'm a math geek?
It's 5 squared time.
25.
I get it. G Smebs says, are you able to get more emotes? I am, and you know what? I'm going to get some emotes back this week. I have a deadline coming up with a project I'm working on, so I've been a little preoccupied with some work stuff that has not been very fun. So I will get to emotes next week, and we'll get some fresh emotes. I'll talk to Rich. We'll get some cool new emotes for everyone, I swear.
Chat, I'm covering my nose. What do you want out of me? What do you want out of me? Rapping while capping.
Nice. Clem Fandango.
MC Lucas for 38 motherfucking months in a row says, I think you should run the gender swap idea by Mike and Jay for a best of the worst episode. It would just be good optics in current year of 2017, you know? On that note, who would play the female versions of you all?
Oh, like a gender swapped best of the worst episode.
Okay.
Not
okay.
best of the worst where we watch gender swap
Yeah,
movies.
yeah.
You get it.
Who's the fat Ghostbuster?
Melissa McCarthy.
Melissa McCarthy.
Okay. And I'll take Tilda Swinton from Doctor Strange because she'll have the same haircut as me. Crocodile Brain for 34 fucking months in a row. Says, oh hi, 34 months. Well, I've tipped twice tonight, so I won't have much to say tonight except to see how long a subscriber message I can leave is. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great night again. Which way should I go now?
All right.
Which way should I go now?
Levenhelm lives.
Evil Lord David says, hey guys, David here. For 10 months in a row. Missed the whole stream, but I hope it was good. Love you both a lot. Thank you, David.
Naruk Ben.
Tom TBA says Rocket League with Lucio. Isn't this 7 months? They've made that a permanent thing. Lucio Ball.
What is it?
For Overwatch. One of the characters in Overwatch has a gun that can push people back.
Yeah.
And so they had this little mini game that was a one-off mini game where it was soccer with the character. But now it's come back as like a major, like a main thing that you can play in Overwatch anytime. It's soccer.
Oh, but it's not in Rocket League.
It's in Overwatch.
Okay. Okay.
Which is Rocket League with Lucio. It's basically Rocket League with the character from Overwatch because they're playing soccer. Because Rocket League is soccer with cars. This is soccer with Lucio. So he could have just said soccer with Lucio, but he said Rocket League with Lucio, which made no fucking sense.